How's it going? My name's Jake Vitale. If you don't know who I am, I make these hiking videos on YouTube. I am not in the Adirondacks today. Usually I am, but today I'm actually in the White Mountains, and I'm actually in the Pemigewasset region. And today I'm actually doing the half Pemi, or Pemigewasset. And this is actually my first time in New Hampshire, really. And so I'm really excited. This is all new territory for me. I hope that I can show the trail as much as I can, and that you folks can really see how the trail looks. And yeah, so my route is going to be, as you can see here, going up the Bonds from Lincoln, and then going up the Bonds, and then going up towards the Guyot, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Guyot shelter, and then going up towards the Guyot mountain itself, and then up towards Zealand, and then over towards South Twin, and then Galehead, and then back down towards the 13 falls, and then back out that way. And you might be able to hear it, but you can actually hear the Pemigewasset River that runs through here. And right now I'm actually at the turnoff where the Bonds, where you go up towards the Bond, so it's going to be around like 3,000 feet of elevation, I believe, and over the course of like 4.5 miles or so. So it's going to be pretty steep, I think. I'm not sure what the trail is going to look like, but we'll see. But so far the trails have been really nice out here. I really appreciate not having rocks on the trail like the Adirondacks do. The trails are literally just like a straight shot through the woods, and it just seems like it's like a highway almost. But it's just really cool out here. And there's actually similar plants out here that you would expect to see in New York as well, like sugar maple. You have American beech, a lot of those as well. And then of course like red spruce, then you have like eastern hemlock too. So a lot of similar plants out here, and just because a lot of these plants are in the Northeast, so that's what you're gonna find. But yeah, this trip's gonna be around 30 miles or so, and I'm planning to do around 12 miles today or so, and then I'll do the rest tomorrow. But I got in a little late today just because I drove from New York this morning, and I started around like maybe 11:30 or so. But I'm gonna take my time up, just so I can spend some time taking photos and videos and such. And I apologize again for not getting as much videos in, but hopefully I can get more in the future. So but yeah, this is a big I've been planning this for a long time, so I'm super stoked about this. So hopefully you folks can sit back and relax and take it all in and enjoy the video. So but yeah, I'm probably gonna take a quick snack break here since it's around 1:30 or so. And then yeah, I'll start to ascend. But yeah, enjoy. And this is actually a backpacking trip that I'm doing. This is not going to be a day trip really. So I'm going to be camping at the Guyot shelter tonight, hopefully, and then I'll go out from there. So but yeah, I have like a tent with me, sleeping pad, bear canister just in case. Although bear canisters I don't believe are required out here. I believe you can just have a bear hang, but I like to have a bear canister just in case. You never know. And but yeah, once I get up on the top here, up towards the Bonds, it's just like it's just ridge hiking from there for the most part. And I'm not going to be making any true descent until like Galehead, which is a couple miles. So so you're kind of like exposed from what I've heard. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I got all my stuff with me, compass, all that stuff, water filter, so that I'm prepared out here. But yeah, so we'll go from here. finally found where all the elevation gain is. Right down there. With all these wonderfully made steps. Okay, so this is Bondcliff. So this is actually my first of the 48. Crazy, it's not 46, it's 48 now, so as opposed to the Adirondacks. So yeah, this is Bondcliff. It's basically like a ridge hike all the way. And honestly, it looks really far, and I know that I'm trying to get to the Guyot shelter, and I may not show as much just because I'm gonna try and haul butt over there. So but I mean, I have to show it. I mean, it's just beautiful. So but yeah, this is Bondcliff, supposedly, and yeah, it's absolutely breathtaking up here. It's just so much different than the Adirondacks. I can almost see Mount Washington from here. It's kind of in the clouds, but it's a really beautiful day. Couldn't ask for much more than this. You can see the other side of the Pemi. It's very beautiful up here. And I'm all by myself up here, so I get the entire summit to myself, so very nice. Also, that trail is actually pretty steep too, just at the very end. It's not, in terms of like Adirondack steep, it's not really as steep as you would find out there. But there's parts of it where it's kind of like a gradual ascent. So nothing too crazy. There's like a little technical part coming up. I didn't end up filming it just because I was just trying to get up here. But besides that, it's a really doable hike. So we got Bond over there. That's actually the destination, and you can see the trail kind of going up through here. It looks farther than I'm sure it is, but I'm gonna start heading that way soon. And then we got West Bond over here, and I am gonna try and hit that today too. We'll see how I'm feeling when I get to Guyot camp, but that's West Bond over there. Well, hello. I'm on Mount Bond right now, and this has an elevation of 4,628 feet, I believe. Just checked it, but I just forgot, so whatever. But yeah, so I'm on Bond right now. It's getting a little later in the day, so I'm probably going to be doing a little less video, but hopefully I might be doing a sunset on West Bond because it's not too far away from here, but we'll see. But yeah, Bond is one of the biggest peaks on this range here, and on this ridge, so right now that's where I am. So yeah, fantastic peak. Not as exposed as it is on Bondcliff, but yeah, I got number 2 for 48. And you know, honestly, I just don't really care about the numbers, to be honest. I'm just glad to be in somewhere different, because like this is amazing. This is beautiful. I am just blown away by the White Mountains right now. And you know, again, I've never been here before, and it's just so much different from the Adirondacks. Like there's just like the trails are just so much nicer. I'm sorry, Adirondacks, but like they totally are. Like there's like, I mean, granted, what's weird about these trails is that they just go like a beeline. It's just like you can just see for like a mile, and it's so weird. Like you literally just saw like just a ridge walk over there, and it's just like, you know, you could just see for so long for like where you have to hike and stuff, and it's just like, whereas like the high peaks, like you don't really know where your destination is until you get there, really, for the most part. And the trail's pretty dry too. I mean, maybe it's wetter, but it's been pretty dry in the past couple days. So, but yeah, the trails are so much nicer out here. Yeah, I might want to be out here instead of the Adirondacks. But no, the whites are just super fun so far. So, but yeah. But right now I'm gonna head down towards the Guyot shelter, and so I'll be camping there for the night, and then I'll be going over towards West Bond shortly. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get a move on. But yeah, enjoy. There is the destination for tomorrow. I believe that's South Twin. And then right in front of us here is Guyot Mountain, or Mount Guyot, and that I'll be heading up those tomorrow. They look far away, but I've heard that they're pretty close, so we'll see. this is Guyot. It's pronounced Guyot, but when you spell it, it's actually like Guyot. So it's a little weird. I think it's French probably. So I'm making my way over towards South Twin, which is around 2 miles from here, I believe. And I've already gone like 0.8 miles from the Guyot campsite. And the Guyot campsite's really nice. And there's like a caretaker there. They have like tent platforms there as well. A nice shelter too. I didn't stay in the shelter. I stayed on the tent platform, and you can like fit like at least probably 4 tents up there, which is pretty nice. And Guyot has an elevation of 4,508 feet. And I'm not sure if it's actually a 48 or not. But I would assume it is, but I don't care. It has nice views. There's not really like a rocky summit as there was on Bondcliff, or just the Bonds in general. But so the trail like just kind of goes straight through the summit. So, but nonetheless, it's really cool up here. Yeah, lots of cool plants up here. I am really amazed by how many cool plants that I'm seeing. Unfortunately, I don't really know what they are specifically. Like there's one that kind of looks like an azalea, but you know, I can fact check that and just see what they actually are later. I assume they're azaleas because they look like that, but yeah, so I'm probably gonna eat breakfast right now, but yeah, it is 7:17 in the morning, and I was originally gonna do Seawind. I don't think I'm gonna have that in the cards for the day. I'm just gonna do South Twin and then Galehead, so, and then go down from there. And then there should be 13 Falls, which is a beautiful waterfall, from what I've heard. And then, yeah, it's kind of a long trek out from there, but you know, I'll try and show as much as I can. So back over there is Bond, that's where I was yesterday, and then over there is West Bond, where I saw the sunset. Twin here. This is actually the tallest point, the tallest mountain that I'll be doing on this journey. So that's exciting. I believe it's around like 5,000 feet or so. 4,902 feet. So it's pretty big. And if you were to relate that out to the high peaks, that'd probably be like one of the top 10 high peaks out there, maybe even top 5. But yeah, this is South Twin. Really nice peak. I love the signs, by the way, all the way up. They're super nice, super like straightforward too. Although on the trailhead you don't really see, or not the trailhead, but the actual trail, there's no like trail markers as you would find out in the high peaks in New York. But there's like blazes on the trees and such, which makes sense. I'm not sure if that actually hurts the trees or not, but I kind of like it. It makes things more pristine in a way. And yeah, the trails are just so much nicer than the high peaks, in my opinion. They're super clean. Like, I just love it. But yeah, this is my second peak of the day behind Mount Guyot, which I was just on there a little bit ago. And then I'm gonna head down 0.8 miles towards the Galehead hut, and then around half a mile towards the actual Galehead mountain. So, and then that'll be my last mountain for the day. And then I will be going down into the valley, and then going towards 13 Falls, and then we'll go. Well, this is Galehead, or at least one of the outlooks. The actual top was over by that like cairn rubble part. But yeah, this is Galehead. And not sure if this is a 48. Doesn't matter though, it's still kind of a nice trail, so I really enjoy it. Yeah, this is my last peak for the day. About to go down the Twin Brook Trail, and then I'll head over towards the 13 Falls, and then going out from there. But yeah, again, the trails are just super nice. Just hit up the, or just went over the, towards the Galehead hut. That looks like a really nice place. Heard it's like over $100 just to stay there, but you get like bread and breakfast and stuff, bed and breakfast. So, but I've heard it's really nice there. So, but yeah, cool place to stop, I guess, if you're gonna do the AT. And also, like, this whole trail, like from like basically Guyot from this morning all the way over to the Galehead hut, is basically part of the AT. So it's like I'm seeing like AT through hikers and stuff, and it's just like crazy, because like knowing that like they came from like, or at least some of them probably came from like Georgia and stuff, or at least people just actually doing the through hike, and it's just really cool to see. So but yeah, I love this area. It's just super nice here. And I'm kind of sad that this is my last mountain, just because I really enjoyed this, and that's really saying a lot, just because like I don't know, the Adirondacks are nice, but like these mountains out here are just like super enjoyable. Like the trails are just so nice. You can tell that they do a lot of maintenance out here, and they put a lot of time and energy into like what they're doing in terms of the trail, and even like up on the summits too. It's like there's so much work that's done. It's just, but yeah, it's really cool to see like all sorts of like alpine vegetation up here, and like, yeah, just these mountains are just breathtaking. I am just completely blown away. But yeah, super cool. Now I'm at the 13 falls here, so I'm on my way down towards the towards Lincoln Woods. But this is a nice little campsite that people can go here for. It's just up the trail a little bit, but yeah, a nice little camp spot if you want to not camp in the alpine, like the Galehead hut or the Guyot shelter. So yeah, it's a nice spot. So you definitely lots of water here, you know, go swimming. I'm probably gonna, you know, get some take a 4-man shower or whatever and get some water on me, but I'm just absolutely sweaty. But yeah, really cool here. Alright, I just got back from the hike, back at the Lincoln Woods parking lot, and that was probably one of the best hikes I've ever done before, being totally honest. And yeah, I just love the whites out here, just like the trails, the mountains, just everything is just so nice out here. And not that I don't like the Adirondacks, but it's just something that's new, and I've just been craving some new hiking, and it is just such a really good area to be in. I did a trail on the Pemigewasset wilderness area, and it's a wilderness area for a reason. And you know, just be careful of, you know, just do your research before you go if you're thinking about doing a similar loop that I did. Just because, you know, you're many miles out there, and if you get into trouble, nobody's going to be there firsthand to help you and hold your hand. So make sure that you have your 10 essentials with you, and just, yeah, do your research before you go. But like the whole like Bonds, like the whole area, like that whole section was just beautiful. Highly recommend it if you can ever get out here and do like part of the Pemi. Like, it's just beautiful. I'd love to get over to the Franconia Ridge at some point. so we'll see if that's in another video or not, but yeah, super fun. So yeah, thank you for watching, really appreciate it. Yeah, super fun trip. I hope that you all can try and do a trip out here or something like that. And it was definitely new for me, so it was definitely I was second guessing myself at times, and it's always helpful to have like a map on you wherever you go. So just buying like one of these maps here, and I just used this thing the entire time, and didn't have any issues. Just was talking with people, asking people about the trails and stuff, the peaks. So yeah, you can't go wrong if you do your research. But yeah, it was super fun. Highly recommend it. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.